Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are doing well. Today I'm here to discuss about operating system. It is very essential part of a computer. And before we discuss about operating system, first of all we will know about a computer. As you know very well, a computer device is the combination of hardware and software, right? Hardware is the just the touchable things which you can touch, and software part you can't touch, very well. And today we will talk about the software part. What is a computer program? Computer program is just some instructions which are written in a proper form. And we will talk about types of software, which type of software are there. So if we talk about the types of software, basically there are two types of softwares are there. One is system software, for which you have never cared, and another is application software. Which software you understand, those are known as application software. But before application software, we should know what are system software. System software are some software which work upon hardware. They do the very basic tasks which are not related to a particular application. So that's why you don't know much about system software, you just get them by default. For an example, you get Windows in computers and you use Windows. You use Linux in computers, you use Android in your mobile phones. So have you ever cared about Android operating system? No, you have only cared about applications like games, music, videos, and camera softwares, like these things. So these things are known as application software. These are not system software. But today we are here to discuss about system software. What is operating system, and how does it work? So system software, first of all we should understand why we need it. What is the need of operating system? So the simple answer is to do the basic task of the hardware device. Who will do that task? That task is done by the operating system. We don't do that. What type of work? Let me tell you. Resource management. Resource management means the devices which are connected together with your computer. Just suppose you have a computer and you have a webcam, you have a CPU, you have a hard disk, you have a keyboard, you have a mouse, you have a printer, you have a speaker, and a lot of things. So these things are known as resources. Are you getting it? So how these things will communicate with each other, how they will work, how to take work from those devices. So these devices are just connected with a piece of hardware, but works on the behalf of some software. A software is there who do all the essential tasks. So that software is known as operating system. And these, to manage these resources, to manage these things, to manage the RAM, to manage the processor, RAM is very essential part of a computer. And we get RAM of 2 GB, 4 GB, like this. And we get a processor also of 32-bit, 64-bit. And they can do a very less amount of work in a time. Okay, so who is there to make them work again and again, make them work the same thing, so that we can get something productive? So all these things are done by the operating system. So basic work of operating system is resource management. Second is memory management. Have you ever thought where to save the file? Suppose you have saved the file in a hard disk. So where it is saved in the hard disk, have you ever cared? Hard disk is of big size, suppose it is of 500 GB. So on which part of the hard disk the file is saved, have you ever cared? No. But the operating system has cared about it, and it saved the file at a particular place, so that the remaining part of memory can be used properly. It should not be scattered everywhere in the hard disk. The data should be saved properly in a particular side, so that the other side you can use other data, you can save other data. Okay. And next thing is And about memory management, I will also tell you that you have a RAM, okay, and you have opened, you know very well that primary memory is RAM, and whatever work we do, that happens inside the RAM. So if you have opened one, two, or three or four applications together, so who is there to providing memory to every software? That's why it can open and it can work. So all these memory management tasks are done by the operating system. Now storage management, you know very well, we connect the USB drive, we connect the CD drive, we connect the hard drive, and we save the data. So who manages this task? So this task is also managed by the operating system. Next is file management. Sometimes you open the file, you delete the file, you modify the file, you do some changes also in the file. So who is there to allow you to open the file? Who is there to allow you to reuse the file? All these basic tasks are also done by operating system. Next is security, like firewall you have in your software, in your operating system, so that you are just protected from the anonymous users, and there are a lot of users over the internet, you know very well, and from them, how do you get secure, how do you get security? All these security related things are provided by the operating system also. Now we will talk about types of operating systems. So types of operating systems are so many, but few are here, we will talk about them. And the first is single user operating system. Single user means only one user can use it at a time. For example, MS DOS is a good example. MS DOS can be used by one person only, and there are many other also, like Microsoft QBasic. QBasic is a software. It is an programming system, and you know it is a programming system. And I want to tell you, it cannot work on multi-user. It can work only single user. You know, it will occupy the processor completely by a single user. If other users will be connected in the line, they can't use it. So only a single user can use it. So now we will talk about multi-user. Multi-user means, multi-user operating system is that many people can use the same computer at the same time. Yes. How is it possible? You would have heard about thin client. Thin clients, like you have heard about small devices, and which are connected through a CPU, and we can make many terminals together. Suppose 10 computers are there, 10 monitors are there, 10 users are there, and there are thin client devices, and all those 10 people are using, they are working on the same CPU. They have only one CPU, and they all are working together. So how is it possible? It is also possible with the help of operating system. And what type of operating systems we use? We use multi-user operating systems over here, and the example is Windows, Linux, Mac, and there are some other operating systems also, like Unix is also there. So many users work at the same time. Now multiprocessor means we can use many processor, like right now we use the computer, they have a single processor, right? And there can be more than one processor at a time in a device. So many processor can be accessed by the operating system, and that type of operating systems are known as multiprocessors, you know. And multitasking means many things you want to do at the same time. Suppose I want to listen music, at the same time I want to type something over MS Word, and at the same time I'm browsing some internet also. So all these things can be done together, and I can edit image also at the same time. So different applications are working at the same time, you know. All applications cannot run together. The actual scene is only one task can be done by the processor at a time. Yeah, this is truth. You might be thinking, sir, you are lying. No, I'm not lying. This is the truth. But the thing is, it just provide memory to all tasks at the same time, not the same time, but on the alternate time, so that you just feel like that all things are going simultaneously, all things are working properly, all apps are working properly, but it is not so. The time for every task is distributed, is divided by the operating system. So who is managing this thing? This thing is managed by operating system. So multitasking is also possible in this way. Okay, and the real time operating system now we will talk about. And first of all, we should know where we use real time operating system. We use real time operating system in medical field, in we have some machines, X-ray machines, we have scanners, we have MRI machines, and we have CT scans. So all these medical devices use the real time operating system, so that they get the proper report, proper images, and real time operating systems are also used in weapon systems. Weapon system, like suppose the missile launching system and ballistic missiles. There are many type of weapons nowadays, we know, and these are operated electronically. Drones are there. So all these weapons are used by the help of real time operating systems. They can't use an ordinary operating system. And real-time operating systems are also used in air traffic, in railway. So these are some examples. And the another type of operating system is distributed. What is the meaning of distributed? Distributed means geographically parts are distributed, and geographically distributed, but the operating system which is working on the devices which is same. Are you getting it? It is working different. Actually, it is not part of our life. It is part of. It is used in some companies, some big companies, and some scientific areas. So we don't need to care about it very much, and it is also used for big purpose, not for small things. And and cloud computing nowadays, many games you used to play, you play online games. So how is it possible? So all these things are possible because of distributed operating systems. Now, user interface we will talk about. First of all, we must understand what is interface. Are you getting it? Interface means the medium by which we are using. Suppose we can sit in a classroom, okay, and we can talk to each other. We can learn in a class. Like in this class, you are learning through the video which I have made. Are you getting it? So this is known as interface. Interface means the medium through which you use the thing, you come in the touch. So that is known as interface. So we are talking about user interface. So user interface are of two types in operating system. One is CUI, another is GUI. So what is CUI? CUI stands for character user interface. Okay, character user interface means in which you type everything, like in MS DOS, in PC DOS, and there are some other operating systems also in Unix, Linux. There are so many commands, and the people who use CUI, they are mostly the network programmers. Trust me. Nowadays, no one uses CUI, but network programmers are still using CUI. Why? Actually, there is one disadvantage. Disadvantage is you will have to memorize commands, and to learn all commands is not so easy. But the benefit is speed. Actually, whatever you will type, so you will type the text, and text takes as much less memory is possible, because in graphics we use images and pictures, designs, logos, icons, and they take a lot of memory in computer system. Instead of text takes very less memory. That's why it provides a lot of speed, and the speed is required at the time of slow internet connections, and at the time of far geographical places. And for that we use CUI. CUI is used in network programming especially. So We have already talked about CUI. Now we are coming to GUI. GUI is very popular and nowadays we are using it. We use Windows. Windows is a GUI operating system in which we just click somewhere, and you are using your mobile phone. This is the best example of GUI. You can touch by your finger, by thumb, and it become very easy for you because they follow a simple pattern, like you can touch, you can click, and you can use it, you can open it. But let me tell you the truth, the GUI is a layer over CUI. Now you will say how? Yes, this is the truth. Actually, in GUI they have used some pictures, icons, and when you click at a particular place, they just execute a command which is written in CUI. So they just connect the CUI commands with the help of graphical user interface. So it makes the work easy, and that's why it is very popular, because you will not have to memorize all the commands. There are so many commands, in computer we have to do a lot of things, and it becomes very tough for us to install a software with the help of CUI. For CUI you should know every command, you should understand every command, you should learn every command. That is technically not possible. GUI is very easy, but CUI is tough. But the advantage is speed in CUI, but in GUI we don't get that much speed. That's why we have to buy a lot of RAM. Nowadays 16 GB RAM, 16 GB, 32 GB RAM we are purchasing. And earlier, in our early days, when CUI was there, when MS-DOS was there, we could work upon 8 MB, 10 MB RAM. You know how much big difference it is. So this is all about operating system. If you have anything in doubt, if you are doubting on something, or there is some topic which is not clear in this video, you can ask me, and you just write down in the comment box. Okay, I'll give you the answer, and you can drop me your contact number also, and you can call me also in my on my contact number you already have. And one more thing is there, that let me tell you, always subscribe my channel, okay, and press the bell icon. It will help you to get the new videos, okay. So the new videos you will get easily, and whenever I will upload a video, you will be notified directly, okay. So that's why subscribe my channel and press the bell icon, so that you can get new videos always, okay. Thank you very much for watching it.